Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM20 story from Dorking Wanderers with me, Daniel. It's season 14, episode 7, and today is the biggest game of the season. Forget the cup final, forget the disappointment last time out, forget the shirt and tie. This is all about success. We are playing 7th place Tottenham, ourselves currently sitting in 6th, and if we win it, we're almost certain of European football next season. Of course, Burnley won the Carabao Cup final against us. We know that 7th won't be enough. We've been here with Burnley, ironically, in a head coach. Let's also have a quick look at the FA Cup just to see how that's going to affect us. Because unfortunately, 6th might not be enough at this rate. It is. Chelsea play Liverpool in the final. So 6th place will guarantee us European football. What we've got to bear in mind is our next 2 games after this are at home to 3rd place Chelsea, away to leaders Liverpool, and then we're away to mid-table Wolves. So this is our best chance of getting the points. If we go 5 points clear of Tottenham, with them only having 2 games left, you can hope that we've done it. Let's have a quick look at Tottenham's run-in, their last 2 after us. They are playing West Ham away and Manchester City at home, but they've also got a Europa League semi-final against PSG. And thankfully for us, Manchester City still chasing the Champions League places, so that means they should be on top form. West Ham, bottom of the league, they're already down, probably not much occurring there. So this game is everything essentially. We have to get a result. Ideally, we have to get a win, but it's going to be easier said than done. So if you are looking forward to this crucial game, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know in the comments how you think we'll get on. And if you've missed any of the season so far, including our final meltdown last time out, you can catch up with the season from the very start in the eye above. Subscribe to the channel down below to make sure you don't miss any action in future. And turn that notification bell on to get alerts as content releases and whenever we go live for our weekly stream. But we've also got some good news to start on today. It's not results, it's not on the pitch. It is youth intake, because we have had not far off a golden generation. Let's go and have a look at the 5 players that we have signed from this year's youth intake. There's a few other candidates who we've let go, but we have got 2 potential superstars. They will both be involved next season, and if we're in the Europa League or Europa League 2, we can then get them involved. So Roger Solly, a 16-year-old central defender, 1.5-star ability, 5-star potential. A promising centre-back with all the key attributes. A resolute personality, determined mentality, good tackler, good in the air, strong positioning, brilliant jumping reach. 6'5", he's got everything at 16. We just need him to develop to his potential and he will be world class. So that is a first very good sign today. He's wanted by other clubs. So let me just very quickly get him on a permanent contract. Squad player regular. Jeez, he wants to be involved already. That is ridiculous. He's got one hell of an agent. Oh, he dislikes me. That's probably why. So let's remove those. He'll be a squad player. He wants it all. How long into the future is 2034-35 season? Just over a year. So I think we're going to have to do it because we need him tied down. And if he reaches his potential, we can't miss out on him. So let's get home to suggest the offer. He's going to be happy enough with that, surely. It's a great offer. This guy is ridiculous. I'm sorry, you might not like me, but do what's best for your client. We've given him £1.50 a week. We have to keep him here. And the same applies to Sam Phillips, the 16-year-old. A left back, again, average personality this time, but very brave, brilliant in a tackle, and physically not bad at 16. He's a small lad, he will grow physically, probably the opposite of Solly in that regard. And he is also wanted by some big clubs. So let's get him tied down pretty quickly as well. He's got a much more realistic playing path and a much better agent. He's got 4.5-star potential as well, so we don't want to let him go. And to be honest, bar that top one there, I'm quite happy with that deal. So let's see if we can get away with that. We can. 900 quid a week, we'll have him tied down. We've got Gleedle here obviously till the end of next season. He's improving really well off the pitch as well. Might even sell him if we're unlucky. And then we've got one more who's really worth looking at, which is Veron Hulit. We've got 2 others who had a better ability, but not the biggest potential. So we just signed them in case. But Hulit, he's the man. He's got a good passing range at a young age. He needs a lot of work on the personality. But there's potential there. He's wanted by a few clubs, so we might let him go. But for now, he was someone we were quite excited about too. Unfortunately, last season's end-of-year hero, Grant Jukovic, he hasn't developed. so he's not going to be the one. But there are two potential real superstars from that intake, and hopefully they'll both sign and then they'll both make it. And we'll try and get Solly to change his agent too. So do let me know down in the comments what you think of those two in particular. Great to see that all the investment in the youth team and the youth facilities and all of the coaching has finally paid off. You can see the youth facilities getting improved again. We're just waiting. The end of the season we will make that decision on terms of the training facilities, which is really holding us back. But if we go to our facilities now, everything else moving along. The youth facility is now good and improving and expanding again. We've got the expansion of our stadium, which we'll be moving back into for next season, hopefully with European football. We've got a youth stadium, which is the same as our first team, and we've got exceptional academy coaching and excellent youth recruitment. We could not be asking for much more. But we've got to look at our recent results as we head into this Premier League game. The fact we're up in 6th tells you we're doing all right. And considering the finish to the last episode, we have bounced back amazingly. We've won 6 of our 7 league games. We did get to the FA Cup quarter-final before despairing that one as well. So let's talk you through the results. In March, we started with a 4-1 FA Cup victory. Lima, Yonton, Coppens and McLaughlin with a goal each. Then a 5-1 win at basement side West Ham, who of course are now relegated. Balic with 2, Coppens with 2 and Ryan Lima as well. Lima really finding form again now. A 3-1 win at home to Norwich, who are down in the relegation battle too. We have had a good run in the league. You've got to bear that in mind. Balic, Boyce and McLaughlin coming from behind after being 1-0 down at half-time. A 2-1 win at home to Reading. A crucial 93rd minute winner from Ryan Lima after Balic got us back on terms before the break. Another one of those comeback performances. We then lost 1-0 at Leicester. A disappointing one in the FA Cup. Right at the end we gave it away. Such a shame. But then a 12-0 win against Cray Valley. Unfortunately for them, they were the whipping boys as we had a 2-week break for the internationals. No more Kevin Lisby 14 years in. They featured in the FA Vars final at Wembley last year, which we went to watch. A brilliant day out. And what a performance it was from us against them. At Newcastle at home in April, a side that we managed in FM19's head coach, of course. A 2-1 victory. A late winner from Ladowri after being pegged back. We had loads of players out for this game. Gleadle came on off the bench and we saw out the victory. Carl Boyce getting a penalty too. A 1-1 draw away at Burnley. Warbo got the early goal, but Ryan Lima got us back on terms. No repeat of that disappointing defeat in the cup final. And then back-to-back home wins. Derby first, a 4-2 victory. Ryan Lima with a hat-trick and a late goal from Ladowri to wrap things up. And then a 2-0 win at home to Brighton. Balic and Yonton with a goal at the end and start of each half. But that leads us into this horrific run-in. 3 of the top 6, or the traditional top 6 I should say, the top 7 at the moment as we look like breaking in. And all of those summer signings could have worked out. Yes, we lost the cup final, it was disappointing, but we could have made European football. We've got to get a result in this one though, because I don't fancy our chances in the next 2. And if we go 3 without a win, do we then beat Wolves? I'm not so sure. So let's go and get into this. It's a massive game for us. We're remarkably listed as favourites. I'm not quite sure how. As Mark Cooper's side come up against us, we've got pretty much our first 11 fit. In fact, I think that is our strongest 11. We've had loads of little knocks over the last few weeks, but we finally got back to parity. So it's Gabriel Afonso in goal, Pollock and Mazzino the fullbacks, with Mertens and Baker the centre-halves, Yonton alongside Carl Boyce in midfield. Those two have been brilliant in the last couple of weeks. Ryan Lima, as you can see, absolutely flying on the right. I think he's now reached double figures again this season. He has 10 goals, got an assist in the last game, a hat-trick the game before, a goal the game before that, and 1 goal and 5 assists in the friendly. And that's been the one turning point for him. That international break, he got himself the goal. And the form has returned. Peter McLaughlin not so much, but we have had a little chat with him, and Ladowri's in good form off the bench if we need it, with Ilya Balic off the left-hand side, and Coppens up front. He's reached double figures as well. Probably not as prolific as we were hoping for, but fingers crossed he'll do well, and Prescott's of course on the bench if we need him. So let's go and get into this massive game, probably the European decider. Here we go then, 4-4-1-1 for Tottenham. They've got Jonathan Panzo at left back, but aside from that, all of the players are regens. A young side. We've got number 9 at right back. I've got to have a look at this. His name is Anthony McGee. What position does he normally play? Okay, so he's a winger as well, but he's going to be a good attacking fullback. The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is absolutely packed, and we're going to ask the boys to pick up where they left off. Can we keep this wonderful form going? Ryan Lima, his 100th league appearance for us. Can he wrap it up with another goal? Let's find out. It's an early throw on the right-hand side, an advanced position for Pollock, who plays a 1-2 with Peter McLaughlin, the skipper. Into the back post. Oh, Balic has hit the crossbar. Oh, we could have done with that going in, but we're straight back on the attack with Mazzino. But he's been robbed in possession. Wheatley clears it away, but Jonton intercepts the crossfield pass to 25 yards out and shoots straight into the arms of the keeper, Alan Ease. But it's a very strong start from Dorking, though will we regret not taking these chances again? It's happened so often in this series, and it might be the case again here. Half time, Tottenham have come back into the game, but no highlights from an attacking sense for them, which can only be a good thing. This result wouldn't be a disaster, but with the 2 games coming up, I really feel like we need to nick it. But I don't know what to say. Let's say keep it up. That's what Nick Haycock recommends. He's very, very rarely wrong, and the lads look delighted with it. So let's get into the second half. We've got game changers if we need them. While we're waiting for a highlight, we have been testing a new tactic in the last few weeks. We've been gradually creeping up to a positive mentality more often, pushing our attacking defensive line and engagement up because we have got more sort of athletic players now. We've got quicker players. We've got better players in the tackle recovering. And we've got better players fitness-wise. They can press. As Boyce goes back to Mertens, we're bringing it forward again. Boyce coming inside. Lovely ball to Lima. He's in against this. Oh, it's a penalty. It's got to be a penalty. Paul Tierney gives the foul. It is a penalty. Ryan Lima, the Arsenal prodigy, the chance to make it against Tottenham Hotspur and put us in Europe at their expense. He scores. The keeper goes the wrong way. 100 league appearances for Ryan Lima. And by the way, that is his 37th goal. 1 in 3 for the winger. Not bad at all. And now we've just got to hold on. The easy bit's done. Now can we keep it solid at the back? 25 minutes just over to go. Balic has a corner. To the back post, it misses everyone. Cole Boyce, who played that beautiful pass for the goal, loses out, but he's headed away by Mertens. Long ball forward though, and Tottenham striker was completely on his own there. Baker does well to recover, but he's still got the ball. Out to Ellis on the left of the box. Shoots, and it's 1-1. You don't stop those, but Cole Boyce gave it away. Mertens' header was poor, and a comedy of errors has led to an equaliser. Spurs 1, Dorking 1, and now we've really got to concentrate. We're going to make changes. McLaughlin's had a poor game again. Ladowry will come on for him. Aaron White back from injury, a winger on attack replacing Balic. We'll leave Coppens 5 more, and then Prescott will come on against his former club too. But in the meantime, we've got a throw-in on the right with Pollock. He finds Jerome Jonton. Oh, again, we've just been robbed in possession. Speed up! We've got the tempo on high and it's just not happening. As Panzo comes down the left, we might live to regret this. If we end up costing ourselves Europe twice, I'll be devastated. But Coppens has nicked it on halfway and he's surging at the defence. It'd be a great time for a solo goal, but the finish just isn't there. And unfortunately it remains 1-1 as Coppens loses out in another aerial duel. But it falls for Pollock on halfway. Into Cole Boyce. Good switch of play to Lima. He's been in super form and he goes and drills one there. Just wide of the near post to the side netting. We're going to replace Coppens, although he has improved, so let's leave him a few more minutes. We had a little warning there to close someone down. Mitchell Baker to man Mark Brennan. Just over 5 left, let's do it. Coppens replaced by Prescott. Fresh legs up front, and against his former club, a chance to shine. We're going to demand more. We're into 4 minutes of stoppage time, and now it is paramount we don't lose. But we've got a corner. This could be euphoria. Sanchez Ladowry the sub. Outswinging delivery to the back post. Headed down by Freshwater. White wins the challenge. That was crucial. Into the box on his own. Shoots and tipped over. Could have been heroes again. But now a minute of stoppage time left and it's a Tottenham attack. Brennan loses in the air against Baker. Jonton clears to Aaron White. Still a dangerous position though as Mertens finds Mazzino the left back. Get it downfield. Don't play around with it there. Boyce to White. We're still going backwards. Don't give it away. Oh, it's too nervy. It's too nervy. Cole Boyce brings it out. Goes long. Prescott will chase, but it's a pretty aimless pass. We need a mistake back here. Out to Kuipers, the centre half. Long ball downfield. Baker wins the header, but it falls for Ellis, the goal scorer. Jonton's trying to close him, but he's still coming forward and eventually forced back. 20 seconds to go and we've got a long highlight. I absolutely hate it. Here's Panzo. Good block by Lima. That'll surely be it. Not what we were looking for, but not a disaster. I think we're going to hold on for a point and stay above Spurs. We've kept it in our hands, which is all we can ask for. We've got 2 massive games coming up. As Ellis is coming down the left, it's not over yet. The final whistle goes as the cross is blocked. It is Tottenham Hotspur 1, Dorking Wanderers 1. Ryan Lima, the Wonder Kid, his 37th goal on his 100th league start for the club, and it keeps the race for European football in our hands. Let's go and see what it means for the table. We'll finish off the weekend. Is there any more fixtures to be played? There's not, it's just our game in hand. So there we go, we stay 2 points above Tottenham. They've got to play Manchester City, so we have to hope they lose that. But surely they'll beat West Ham. I know it's a derby, but it is a game against the team who are bottom of the league, who are losing every week. 19 points in 36 games. Surely they won't lose that. For us, we've now got Chelsea and Liverpool. We have to pray they're focusing on the FA Cup final. And then it's Wolves away, which is going to be the hardest game of the season. We must win that. And we're going to be back for that game, hopefully with good news in the meantime. But I'd imagine Tottenham will beat West Ham. We will lose 2 games against Chelsea and Liverpool. And then it's all going to be riding on the final day. Let's see what the media said about that game. Tottenham hold out for a draw, which in truth they probably didn't deserve. But Jim Ellis was the hero. On 85 grand a week, a 22-year-old left winger doing a great job for Spurs. Already an England international, already scoring goals for them. And experience at 2 of the top 6. That's the level we're competing against. So let me know how you think we'll get on. A reminder, of course, Tottenham 2 points behind. They play bottom side West Ham and 5th place Manchester City, who are chasing the top 4. 1 point behind Arsenal with 2 to go. We need that to go to the final day to help us as well. Wolves down in 14th, they're our final opponents, but we've got 2 of the top 3 before then, and both of them can still win the title. It's going to be a really tough run-in. Of course, we'll be missing Mitchell Baker for that Chelsea game next time out as well. But all I ask when we come back on the final day is that we're still in it. We've got tough games to come, but there's an opportunity and we need to make it into Europe this year. A brilliant youth intake as well though, so let me know down in the comments what you think of that. If we can introduce those 2 next year in the Cups, in Europe, just give them a little bit of a run out. And then we can try and build a Premier League side that is going to finish top 6 or 7 every season. Let's join that top 6 and make it a top 7 on the regular. But if you did enjoy this episode, that good performance away at Tottenham and a brilliant youth intake, of course, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the display, what you thought of the 2 superstars. And we're finally getting our reward for our investment in the youth facilities and all of the stuff behind the scenes. Subscribe to the channel down below for daily FM20 content from 2 long-term stories. There's also weekly episodes from my Stadium review series, which is now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts too. And of course, we've got our weekly live stream series every Tuesday morning at 10 AM, and I'd love it if you could come and join along for that. Finally, there's 2 episodes a week from Cricket 19. That continues every Wednesday and Saturday at 1 PM. And the football podcast channel is going absolutely nuts. So do check it out in the eye above. We've got loads of interviews with professionals, weekly championship predictions, as well as specials for the playoffs. And I can't thank you enough for your support. We're really delighted with how it's going. And I can't thank you enough for helping us make it happen. But a big thanks for watching this one and your continued support of the series and channel. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see you next time for a crucial end to the season. Can we take Dorking Wanderers into Europe for the first time?